Hi there, it's Cata with another session of Language Bites. Today I bring to you adverbs because I believe that they come in extremely handy when it comes to expressing nuances of time, manner, frequency, degree, and certainty. Now, let's compare these two sentences to so that you see what I mean. If I say they responded to the customer complaint politely, it's completely different to if the second sentence, they responded to the customer complaint rudely. Their attitude is completely different just by changing the adverb manner in this case. Let's begin by taking a look at the position of adverbs. Where we find an adverb in a sentence depends not only on its meaning, but also on the word that it is modifying, because adverbs can modify two elements in a sentence. They can modify verbs, like the example we saw a moment ago, but they can also modify adjectives. We're going to see examples of both in a minute. So, when it comes to adverb position, we may find them in the front position, that is, before the subject at the very beginning, in mid position, that is, between subject and the verb, but if the verb is the verb to be, then it comes immediately after it, and in a final position at the end of the clause or sentence. Now, if we take a look at the verbs we find in front position, they are linking verbs, as in she prepared a speech for the occasion. However, she didn't need to use it. See how, however, it's the very first element in this in the second sentence. And what it is doing here, it is contrasting, or it is, yes, suggesting a contrast between situation A, she prepared a speech, and situation B, she didn't need it. In this position, we find other adverbs like this that can contrast but also link, right? Good. Comment adverbs that show us or help us convey our comment on a situation. Like, frankly, I find this confusing. Other adverbs like these include fortunately, luckily, understandably. Adverbs of time. Yesterday I worked 12 hours. Now I know what you're thinking. Usually we find adverbs of time at the end of the sentence. It's a rainy day in the city. I was saying, we find adverbs of time at the very end of the clause. However, we can put them at the beginning if we want to give emphasis to the time, as in this case. Now, if we take a look at mid position of adverbs, we're going to find, especially when adverbs modify adjectives, we find them in middle position. Now, a mutually successful outcome, a highly damaging report. I didn't feel confident enough to attend a networking event, right? It's very common for adverbs to modify adjectives. As I said, we find them not only in mid position, but especially before the adjective. Mutually successful, highly damaging. In this case, we come across our first exception, and that is enough, because we say confident enough and not enough confident, right? All right, let's take a look. Oh, I should move myself. Other adverbs that we may find in this position include those of indefinite frequency, such as almost always, often, occasionally, seldom, hardly ever, together with those adverbs of degree and certainty. Probably, possibly, certainly. One word, oh, that's a typo, adverb of time, already, just, now. And those adverbs that focus, that provide special emphasis to what we want to say, just and even. Before we go, let's take a look at final position at the very end. For example, manner, place, and time. Adverbs or phrases that refer to manner, place, and time are going to be found at the end. They worked hard. They worked in the training session. They worked all day. If I choose to combine them, I have to respect the order. Manner, place, time. They worked hard in the training session all day. Other adverbs of manner include quickly, badly, fast, well. Adverbs of manner answer the question how. Adverbs or phrases referring to place, in the city, by the door. And those adverbs of definite time, because we saw that those of indefinite time go in mid position, such as last week and every year. All right, so when it comes to this short recap, remember that we can find adverbs in front position, modifying or anticipating everything I'm about to say. In mid position, I'm going to find adverbs and especially those adverbs that are modifying adjectives. And in final position, well, I'm going to find classic adverbs of manner, place, and time. All right. Remember, practice always makes perfect. So make sure that follow this link on the description box to access to activities on today's topic. And if you liked this video, make sure to stay around because we upload videos like this every Thursday. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.